debate. Ain't no need to.
What's up, guys? I feel like that's not going through for some reason. There it is. Alright, that was weird. I don't know if the intro played or not. That's cool, though. Pause this up. What's up, and welcome to Lunchtime in the Lab. Let me get my notes pulled up here. As people are joining in here, hopefully, do me a favor, like it. Subscribe, too, if you have not yet. Please subscribe. Love a good winner. Otto, you crack me up. Alright. Get the notes here. Wife's waiting on me to go to the store, and let's go to the Sam's Club. Get some dog food. Freaking cough. Cough's worse. Oh, I just got another subscriber. Thank you very much. That's the best, man. I love when I get subscribers when I'm live. I do have subscriber mode chat on. I'm sorry. I'm selfish. I'm trying to grow this channel the best I can, and the best I can do that is to get some subscribers. When people look at this channel and it's only got like 10 subscribers, it's like, okay, he doesn't know what he's doing. But if he has like 500, they're going to be like, oh, what's up with this man here? So do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. I'm gonna go ahead and start with the plays here. If you hit me up in the chat, obviously I'll respond for the most part, unless you say something silly. Dang it, I forgot to turn the TikTok on again. Just can't remember how. I just can't remember to do it. All right, but here we go for real though. We'll get going. We'll get running. My program's being a little slow, so hopefully this isn't going to be weird. Move this over. Here we go. Hey, one last day before NFL starts, though. I got NFL tomorrow. I can't wait to have a podcast about NFL. I should have cheated and had some NFL plays on it today. What's up, and welcome to Lunchtime in the Lab, your number one gambling podcast for quick picks. Now live on YouTube. Brought to you by Pony Up. I've talked about it before. Description in the bottom of YouTube here. Wherever you're listening, you can see the link. It's an iOS app, a free app to wager fake currency. Turn that into real prizes. Madden, PGA Tour, gift cards, Fanatics, golf balls, whatever. Do me a favor, please check that out and download it. Trying to get some feedback on the app. Need people to download it first, obviously, to check that out. So I appreciate it if you could do that for me. Today is Saturday. I put Friday. Today is Saturday, 127. Before we get into today's plays, let's take a look back and see what we did yesterday. Yesterday we had a 2-1 day, so we could not. Did I have the sweep yesterday? No, that was 2 days ago. So coming off of the 3-0 day, we have a 2-1 day. A reminder, I keep forgetting to do it, but if you're listening here, you saw this on Twitter or whatever, do me a favor, continue to share and retweet the podcast here. When we sweep, I'm going to do a $50 giveaway, but obviously you can only be involved directly off Twitter, as that's where it's kind of managed. So whenever I share that and post about it, make sure you do that for me. We missed on Sengun. He had 34.5 points plus rebounds. He had 17. Jalen Carter just shot the ball a whole lot. Ended up being a bit of a blowout. Sengun didn't play very much. Honestly, he didn't rebound worth a damn either. I think he had more assists than he did rebounds, but Jalen Green took every shot. Sengun wasn't involved in the offense at all. And I'll tell you what, this is the first time that I bet on that man. Probably the last, to be honest. I just don't like the way. I didn't like watching it. So I mean, it's the Rockets, but it's just like Sengun. Maybe I'm not pissed. I picked probably the worst time, but you know, he just wasn't involved. Frustrating. Wendell Carter over 20.5 points and rebounds. He finished at 29. What a guy this guy's been here recently. Wendell Carter's been killing it. Love betting on him. I'll possibly come back to him on any, once I see another good matchup. I said last time, the books just quite simply have not adjusted to him being in the starting lineup. He's shooting some threes. He's getting some good rebounds, driving the lane really well. The fact that he's a solid three-point shooter is just what makes him so dangerous, obviously. And then lastly, we had Jarrett Allen over 32.5 points plus rebounds and assists. He continues to kill the Bucks. I doubt they play again. If they do, we're running it. If whatever situation that the Cavs and the Bucks potentially play each other again, we're gonna run that Jarrett Allen over whatever the PRA is. I don't care what it is. Whatever they give me, I'm gonna take it as long as it's not over 40. 39 PRA, he smashed it. I kind of went back and looked. I think in about the last week, I kind of got my days a little turned around, but 16-8 in the last week or so here. So we are on a pretty good run here. Podcast is up about 10 units on its lifetime, so we've had a good run here recently in the NBA and straights, and that's why I've certainly decided to kind of turn things around in like the VIP here too, giving some of these plays out as official plays and other times, additional plays. In the VIP, a quick plug for Beer Money Picks. I also have a description or a link in there as well. If you DM me, I can get you a 25% off code on there as well for new members. I went 2-0 in college basketball. I was complaining, on here about betting on the kids. Killed it. 2-0 day yesterday. Had some straight bets hit. I got a money line parlay. I've got a parlay for the kids. I've got a straight bet that I got going, kicking off here at 12 o'clock in 40 minutes. If you followed me on Twitter, you've already seen that. Make sure you have your notifications on so you don't miss anything like that. But sorry for the cough. I can't get rid of it. Without further ado, let's get into it. Brandon Miller, points and rebounds over 20.5. Love it. Love this play. Bad game yesterday. He was in foul trouble. Ended at just 5 points. If not mistaken, he only had maybe one rebound, maybe two. He only played 19 minutes. The Hornets are on a back-to-back today, but hey, that's all right. Brandon Miller did not play hardly at all. At all. What's up, Cameron? Thanks for the interaction on YouTube. I was waiting on somebody to say hi. He did not play at all. Before he had that bad game yesterday, he cleared this number very easily. Points plus rebounds combined, 30, 30, 30, and 33. Hey, that's funny. 3 30s and then 33. You put that together, that's called something, I think. Today, he faces the Jazz, who give up the 9th most points to small forwards, 5th most to power forwards. So forwards have been able to have success against them. We also have a nice pace-up spot. The Jazz play at the 10th fastest spot, so we should see more possessions per minute, more possessions in the game, and more opportunities for a man to get shooting. We also, I don't have a note on it. I just thought about it here. The other day, in the first game without Rozier playing, I was like, are we going to go LaMelo Ball? Or are we going to go with Miller? I even tweeted out because I didn't know what to do. I went with Ball, and that was wrong. Brandon Miller went off. I certainly hope we don't have that same situation again today. But LaMelo Ball has been a little goofy, but he's been assisting and passing pretty well, dishing the rock out. So I think Miller's going to be a good look here. And I talk about this situation a lot. He can cover this line in points alone. So having his points plus his rebounds here, I tell you what, I absolutely love this play. 20.5 points, 20.5 points plus rebounds when his line for points in the last 4 games has been 23, 27, 23, and 24 points in that span where he killed it with the 30, 30, 30, 33. That's He's done it alone in points. And today, you're telling me I can get points and rebounds for what he's been going over in the times previously? Let's forget about the game he had yesterday. That doesn't count. He was in foul trouble. He barely played. Fantastic spot. 20.5 points. I love it. I'd play it up to, it probably moves. It's the NBA. Play it up 21. Play it up 22.5. Solid number here. I think it's going to be really good. Next one up, Colin Sexton, same game. It's a little scary playing the same game, especially a game that's got like a -9 or 10, whatever it is. What is it now? I'm going to look. I actually still have it pulled up on FanDuel. 10. It's at 10 now. So, a little scary. But we're not even going to mention a blowout or a fear of a blowout. I just did. But we'll see what happens. Hopefully we get a little better. Colin Sexton quite honestly just owes me money, and I'm ready to get it back today. The The Jazz rotations can be super weird. Dang it. Back to it's like I regressed 3 weeks to a month ago where I couldn't hardly talk and anything like that with this dang cough. He's over this line in 9 of his last 10 games. In his last 20 games, he's over this in 80%. So he hits this line very well. Is it low because of the game that he played, 2 days ago? That one miss he had, he played just 17 minutes, really for no reason. Yes, there was a little bit of a blowout, but before the game had got out of hand, he was still just sitting on the bench. They just quite honestly were not using him. I had him in a builder for a stupid low amount, and he didn't get it. I even retweeted about the fact that I think it was 4. There was 4 bench players that had more minutes than him. That was before the blowout, before we were like the last 7 minutes and all starters got pulled. Quite honestly, just didn't use him. And Lauri Markkanen, I mean, he's a good guy. He scores pretty well and everything. But Colin Sexton's their dude. Jordan Clarkson, off the bench was shooting pretty well, and maybe that's why they wanted to keep Jordan involved. So as long as Clarkson's not killing it off the bench, I mean, Sexton, this is a spot where he should be able to get after it. And it's a nice bounce back spot because the Hornets defense is just honestly terrible in my opinion. And he hasn't been just clearing this number by like a little bit. I mean, he's been scoring 20 plus or nearly 30 in the majority of games, high 20s or 30 points in the last 10 games or so. So we're going to ride Colin Sexton over 18.5. And then very lastly, before we get to the third play, anybody on YouTube here, if you have not liked it, please do me a favor and like it. If you have not subscribed to me, please do me a favor and subscribe to me. We've been, I don't know how many I have right now. How many subscribers do I have? 227. I'm so sorry for the cough. I really can't stop it. 227 subscribers. So let's continue to do that. Next stop, 500. We're going with Joe Valanciunas. Over 11.5 points. That's it. That's all we need. So Jarrett Allen has been killing the Bucks. Is it just Jarrett Allen or is it big guys? Joe Val has not faced them yet this year, but last year he went for 37 and 16 points in the 2 games that he played. The Bucks give up the 13th most points to centers in the leagues. And this is a pretty low line if you look at it. And he's over this in 8 of his last 10 games. His last 3 straight, he's had 14, 17, and 16. So he's been over this number by a couple baskets in his last 3 games in tougher matchups. This year, he's over this total in general, 67% of his games. And in away, he's over in 71% of the games. So obviously, when we're straight betting, we have a nearly 50-50 chance to hit this. He's either going to hit it or he's not going to hit it. It gets a little harder with props because there's outside factors like blowouts, foul trouble, and Colin Sexton not just playing at all. But if we have him in a situation away where he's hitting at a 71% clip, I feel pretty good about that. It doesn't mean we have a 71% chance of hit, but we have what I feel like a higher implied odds to hit this bet. That's not the only reason though. His current form on top of the Bucks just getting torched by big guys. I like it. And if you look at the last 5 games that he's played against Brook Lopez, going back before he was with the Pelicans, he had 16, 37, 17, 13, and 26 against Brook Lopez in his last 5 games. So he's cleared this number against Brook in his last 5 games. A lot of good things going back and forth for us between, what the Bucks have allowed, to take place. The spread in this game is 5 in favor of the Bucks. In fact, trying to remember the parlay I have. I think the Bucks is one of them. I have a 2-leg money line parlay with 2 favorites. Pretty sure the Bucks is one of them. I think the Bucks win. I don't think they blow them out. The Bucks actually have not been covering at home. They haven't been doing very well. Against the spread, numbers are not good at all. So that should lead him to play, more minutes and be able to get, more going on here. Guys, if you've been listening to me for a while, I've had this cough. I started doing this back in November, and there was times before I was doing the podcast or the visual part of it where I would, because I always would one take it, and like